But are we live here is the question. Are we live? Okay, I see us
Here.
live there, but are we live
Hey.
here? Are we live here? We are, I think it worked.
Yay!
Okay, so I'm putting the
Won't he
link
do it?
here. I'm putting the link into the doc for you. I didn't do like a customized social copy, just we're live.
Yep.
But let me go ahead and put the link down
Oh,
here.
shoot. Blowing lemon heads around, don't mind me.
So that's awesome. So that means that we'll be able to schedule this ahead of
In
time and
advance.
have the link ahead of time. So then we won't
Yay!
have to be trying to stress ourselves figuring this out
Like,
in
how
this
are the people gonna see
moment.
us here together?
Yay.
Then I can see y'all. All right.
That's so
Um,
wonderful. All
love
right. So
it.
let me replace this in Patreon.
Yep, sharper than my pencil.
How do I edit this? Oh, I have put the, wait, let me refresh this.
That's the new link? This Canva one? Or no?
What are you asking? I put a
Um,
Canva link in there?
there's when I click the public view link, it said Canva.
Oh yeah, that's for the slide deck. Go to where it says social
Oh,
media copy, and I put the link there.
got it right
But
there.
last time I had put the Canva link. And I was
Oh,
like,
she's
did
like, it
I
has
do that
happened.
again? I thought I thought I got it from the right place this time.
You are good.
All right. How do I freaking why is this not letting me edit it?
All right, row.
Okay, if I say publish.
That don't look right. I'm like, that don't look like you did what I
All right, here we go. I can edit.
said. If I do that.
And take this out, put the link. There we goes. Publish. All right, very good, very good, very good.
You liking? You liking what happened?
I'm feeling good about it.
I love it.
Because, we be in here in the zone, everybody shut up the things. We got to get the links out.
Get in here now.
Right. Okay, so let me make it public. And then we should be good to go. So live. Make this public. Done and save. Why are you saying you have trouble?
Oh, there.
Try. We were not able.
Oh, did
Save.
you just do the picture and not the caption? That's silly.
Okay, is it showing public or is it showing unlisted? I think it's showing public. I think it's showing public.
Oh, we're in there.
Hello, guys.
Hello to the people.
We are getting started at the top of the hour. Hello, hello. I see y'all coming in. Come on into the live chat
Come
and
on
say
in the room.
hi. All right, sound is sounding good.
Check, check. All the things. Special
We
invitations
are
to the
here.
special peoples.
Yes, we are here.
Let's see.
All right. Let's get the people in here. Got to give the people,
Hey.
get the people what they
What they
want.
want. Hey.
Yeah.
She took it all the way back to the funk.
It felt so appropriate.
It worked. It worked. I was here for it.
Now,
Yes,
we didn't write this down on our thing, but it's Mardi Gras.
I know. I
And
know. I
so
keep
we may want
seeing
to
all
talk
the
about
videos. We'll
that
have
a little
a little
bit.
moment, a little thing. Well, because there's
Yeah.
stuff going on there too. So it's like kind of crazy wild. So definitely.
Which there's stuff going on.
Mm-hmm. They're
I don't know
like,
if I know what you're talking about.
oh well, we'll definitely get into it.
Okay.
We'll save it for the moment.
Okay.
But
I'm
yeah,
like,
it's
I don't know that I know.
she's
Okay.
like, what is
Okay.
happening?
I am
um
ready to hear the
and she's like, I'm
things.
ready to hear the things. I want to know what's going
Yeah.
on.
Interesting.
Oh,
I
man.
think I locked myself out of my Instagram on my computer, and I
Uh-oh.
did not mean to do that.
Ruh-roh. Oh, I didn't.
I'll have to figure that out another day. You know these passwords, girl. It
Girl,
be
don't even,
ah.
because you know Bianca talk trash about me all the time. She's
This
like,
I know. And
your
every
digital
time she say
hygiene is
something,
filthy. And I'm
every
like,
time she
well,
say something, I be like, and you talking to me too, because I'm people. And
damn it.
it's a lot. It's a lot.
I need to remember it, okay? Like, I
It's a
get it.
lot to try to
If
manage.
if they made the password managers easier to set up, I feel
Come
like I
on.
would be more inclined. But if I have to remember everywhere I have a password, then go there, then add it to the no, I'm not going to do that. That the likelihood of that happening is very slim to none.
It's
So,
slim to none. It's slim to none. Big slim to none
you
energy.
know.
Okay? Big slim to none. I'm trying.
Hey,
I
I
swear
be
I am.
wanting
I
to. Every
swear
time I do it, I think about it and I'm like, oh, should I use this stupid ass, long ass password? And I'm like, I can't do it because I'm going
to
to
forget.
forget.
Oh my
Like, this is
God. It's the worst. It's the worst.
why would I
It's the
set myself
freaking
up
worst.
for failure? Why? Why would
Oh,
I do? I wouldn't. That's why.
that's why I wouldn't do that. I would
I
do
wouldn't do that to
something that
myself.
helps me to be able to remember what I need to do because I don't have
You
time
know,
for this when I'm trying to do what I'm trying to do. I don't
we
have time to
spend
be sitting up here trying to remember things.
we spend so much time preaching to people to set up the systems that honor you and your capacity. I
Facts.
would be hypocritical if I expected something other than that for myself. I deserve the grace that I give others.
Amen.
I'm just
Amen.
saying. I
I'm
mean,
with
who
you,
can argue
sister.
with that? Who can argue with that?
I am with you, okay? Because and listen, this is the worst part about it. I had a password manager that was all set up, everything was good to go. And then it decided that it wasn't free anymore. And
I
now they
had
want
some
to
shit.
charge. I had
Oh,
over 75 passwords in
girl.
there and they just disappeared into oblivion. Like I held out until the last minute, and then one day they were like, yeah, nah, we don't like it no more. We're done.
Oh
And now
no.
all of the passwords just disappeared. And now I have to figure out how to reset all of those because I don't know what they were because
What
I'm
they
following the
were,
rules, right?
you
I'm
know,
following the rules of having these long, unique
safe,
passwords.
safe
And now I
password.
can't remember.
It's
And
too
so
safe.
now I got to actually go back and make another one, right? That maybe I can remember, but then is this new password manager going to decide that it's not free anymore? Because it's all a scheme that capitalism set up, is what I
That's
want you
how
to
it's set
know.
up. Exactly. I'm trying to tell
I'm
you.
sick of it. I'm so sick of it. I
Well,
really
because we're
am.
slowly moving in, not even slowly, I can't even say slowly. We have moved in to a place where you no longer own anything. Like everything's rented, everything's on a subscription basis, like nothing is yours. Bianca laughs at me because I still use iTunes, whatever. And I'm like, I was like, but it's mine. And I'm like, until they stop supporting iTunes and then it's gone. Like, it's really not mine. It's a false sense of security. Like, no one owns anything. You're just renting all your things.
Everything. It's so ridiculous. It's so tragic. Like I'm sick of it. I
Right.
really, really am. Hey y'all, we see y'all getting in here. We're
Hi.
just ranting, before we get
Oh my
started, but
God.
we're actually about to get started in just a second.
Hey,
But shout out Geraldine, we see you're here. Toolshed is here. Etienne is here. Thank y'all for being here,
it's the
y'all.
party.
We
It's the
we
party.
about
It's
we
the party.
it's the party on a Monday night, because we're
Hey,
usually here on Sunday mornings.
Sunday. Right. Little flipperoo. Little
However,
flipperoo.
we did a little flipper switcheroo because we had a
Yeah.
lot going
Things was
on.
going
So
on.
if you are watching and not here in the chat, please do come into the live chat and hang out with us, talk to us during the show, and co-create with us. Just give your reactions, all the things. But we're gonna go ahead and get started for real. So I'm gonna go ahead on and kick us off at the top with our
Hey.
intro.
Woo, woo,
Hey.
woo. We in
Let's get
here.
this party
And it is indeed a
started.
party.
It is a
Hey.
party. So we're gonna figure out how to get like sound effects and things like
Yes.
for real as we figure out these things. I feel like my hair, the girl Raina is
It's
doing the anyway,
she's
hey
showing out and I
y'all.
love it.
Hey everybody. Welcome to So You Don't Put Syrup on Your Grilled Cheese, y'all. This is season 3 of this world that we have created here. And we're excited to be here with you. We are two real life cousins having honest conversations about things that we grew up thinking were normal, only to realize that it was the family recipe of dysfunction and ultimately, honestly, the world. Okay. This season, we are widening the lens, looking at how those patterns show up in systems and culture around the world that we're living in the context of things that are happening in 2026. Okay. We are talking about discernment, preparation, community, but also ensuring that we hold space for laughter and pleasure and creativity and good food and joy in the middle of all of this because being and staying human is one of the biggest parts of the resistance. So we always want to remain plugged in. You feel me? So you are here, honey. You are right on time. You are ready. And we're glad that you are here. So hello. My name is Kim Berlin, Ty Lynn, House of O'Neill, Jackson, and Adams. Empathetic energizer, intuitive, inspirational innovator, seer of souls who are hurting, healer of hearts, and voice to the voiceless. What up, y'all?
That's my cousin. Hey, cousin.
Hey, cousin.
Well, I am Kalonda of House Jackson, first of her name, assistant of entrepreneurs, beacon of banter, creator. I was about to say, I don't know what I was going to say, but it wasn't it. Creator of content, dancer of dreams, because the universe stopped me when I lied. Excellence of enchanter, and NOLA native. All of these things are true. They just may not happen as often as you would think. Thank you all for being here.
Day and
Just
night.
wanted to say before we get started, what can you expect from us? What do we expect from you? There are some community agreements and things we get to talk about on an even playing field. So, what you can expect from us? First and foremost, transparency. We're going to talk about the things we want to be able to help you make some of these decisions faster than we were able to with information. That's the best way to make that happen. That being said, we are not experts in everything. We are experts in some things. And the things that we aren't experts in, we're going to share the connect with you so you know who to get in touch with that can put you in that place, right? Now, what do we expect from you? All we expect is the willingness to be on this journey with us. We want to see your engagement. Talk to us in the chat, talk to each other in the chat. Like there are some amazing people in there. You want to talk about the connectors, they're down there. You just never know who you're talking to. Put your things out there and you'll be surprised at what you get blessed with. So by all
Facts.
means, talk amongst yourselves, press all the buttons, like, subscribe, share, and then watch like 7 times because we are so close. And Kim's going to tell you about that in a minute. But if there's anything that resonated with you, made you feel something, laugh, cry, curse us out, like share that with your friends because there's going to be something that they get out of it too. May not be the same things. You never know. And there's so much more in our universe than just so you don't put syrup on your grilled cheese. So you can always get some background information when you get in there and press the button. So that is us. We are so excited to have you here with us. And we just want to be able to also tell you how you can show love and let us know that you came from So You Don't Put Syrup on Your Grilled Cheese.
Yes. So we operate with emojis, y'all. So this is your time, like even when you don't know what to say or you just want to give us like a quick emoji reaction, this is the way that you can do that. So in our So You Don't Put Syrup on Your Grilled Cheese universe, our emoji is the honey pot. So y'all go ahead and drop some honey pots in the chat for us right now. If you're watching us during the replay, go ahead and make a comment and drop some honey pots. That is how we know that you are uniquely connected to this community that we have here. Because as Kalanda mentioned, we got a few different things happening over here on the Mind of My Black Ass Business Network. So that is the exclusive. So you don't put syrup on your
Exclusive.
grilled cheese emoji, okay? The honey pots. Now we also have individual emojis. So my emojis are the sunflower and the crayon. The sunflower, because my favorite color is yellow. It reminds me of the sun. It brings me joy. It makes me happy inside. Sunflowers are also the symbol for invisible disabilities. And as someone who is neurodivergent and figuring out what that means more and more every single day, I'm becoming a fierce advocate for those types of conditions, if you will. And sunflowers honestly look towards the sun. And if they can't find the sun, they look towards each other. And that is how I am trying to live my life. That even in those moments where I don't see the sun, that I am looking in the mirror and realizing that the sun is inside of me. All right.
You are
And
the sun.
so exactly. So my other emoji is the crayon. And it's because there was a time in my life where everything was very black and white. And I made a conscious decision to color the fuck out of my life. So that's how the crayon came into play. And that exists through boldness and frolicking and joy and embracing all the creativity that lives within. Okay, so those are my emojis. Kalanda, go ahead and tell them about yours, ma'am.
Well, if you want to show me love, you can use the ladybug, a beautiful little messenger from the universe, from the spirit world, from God. You can also, I've always, not always, but I've recently realized that that is where I get my messages to let me know that I am on the right path. Things are going to work out, and I am being aligned with the people and the places that I'm supposed to. And it just keeps showing up not only now with me but with the people that are connected to me. And it's just such a beautiful thing to see. I'll have to tell you about a more recent ladybug story later too. So that was pretty cool. And then the blue heart, cobalt blue, is my absolute favorite color. It just feels rich and warm and like home and a hug. And I've just decided on this side of my life to love out loud, be loved out loud, and not trying to like figure out what this means and what is this and like just having clarity in that. And it's just been a wonderful experience. So if you're out and about and you see me in these internet streets, a ladybug, a cobalt blue heart or a honey pot will let me know that you came on over from So You Don't Put Syrup on Your Grilled Cheese.
Yes. So again, y'all can go ahead and drop those emojis in the chat. We see you doing that now. We appreciate it.
Yes.
We appreciate all the love. So that is how you can make sure that we get that love as you're hanging out with us again, either during the live or during the replay. So, y'all, we are marching towards 1,600 subscribers, y'all. We are almost there. Okay. So if you're watching this and you have not subscribed, go ahead and press the subscribe
Oh,
button. Just go ahead and press it. Okay. Because yes,
okay.
of
We can
course you
do
want
it.
to be here. There's all sorts of things, right? And then we are less than 750 watch hours away from being monetized. So we want you to watch the things that we have. There's also a new podcast that is actually going to be premiering here on the Minding My Black Ass Business Network. And I want to give y'all, if you logged in early, you probably got a little trailer of this, okay? But I want to give you the right now
The
trailer so
real.
that you can
Yes.
see the thing. So the new podcast is called From Auntie with Love, and it is premiering on March 8th, y'all. On
Okay.
March 8th. So the day is coming very soon. We're excited. The auntie's been working behind the scenes to get the things together, okay? But let me give y'all a little sneak peek into that
I
world.
don't know if y'all can tell it now, but we're excited.
Hey y'all, welcome to From Auntie with Love, a sisterverse of Black women reimagining life together.
They told me to put a pinch of brown sugar.
Who is they?
Brown sugar is even
Who is
better.
they?
She's like a cookout.
I'm trying to think
Yeah.
back.
Dinner, right?
You want to like go to a lounge? Four aunties in different seasons of life with stories to tell, thoughts to spill, wisdom to drop, and side eyes to give.
That's how we'll have a mindful moment, a mindful booty moment.
Okay.
I'll lead us through a mindful booty moment.
One of my newfound commandments is that I will hold space for change and forgiveness.
Do not show up to anywhere that I do not know that you are coming, especially my house.
You're gonna find me with a drink high in the air in one hand and my body low.
Yeah. Let's get into the conversations that don't usually make it to the table, but they should. With love.
Always.
Hey.
So From Auntie with Love is going to be premiering again on March 8th. So that is one of the things that you're able to find over here at the network, along with some other stuff that we have pending. So the point is we need you to get connected. All right. We need you to get connected, share our content with folks. We know that people are looking for a good time. So get them on over here, okay? So that we can have a good time together. The last announcement that I want to give is if you are wanting to be a guest on So You Don't Put Syrup on Your Grilled Cheese, the way that you do that is email us at mindingmyblackassbusiness@gmail.com with the subject line, "Let me on there." All right. And once you do that, that gets you in the pipeline to be able to come on as a guest host. You do have to try syrup on your grilled cheese. And this is the thing. Recently, some memories were coming up, right? And so I had a memory of me making syrup on and grilled cheese, right? And people were like, I don't like it. I don't like it. And this is the thing. We've been trying to get y'all delivered for 3 years now. And I don't understand what your hesitance is. We're trying to change your life, okay? But somebody has said, I'm willing to try it with honey. Same difference. Like, come on, guys.
Awesome.
We're trying to diversify your palates here.
Your taste
okay?
buds here. Sweet, savory. Everybody loves it in their own way.
They do. You just got to find your special blend, right?
Yes.
So when you come on as a guest host, you will have the opportunity to have your grilled cheese and your syrup taste test situation. We guide you through that. We also have questions, because all grilled cheeses are not equal.
No.
All syrups are not equal, right?
Same.
So we got to understand the thinking that goes into this is deep. You feel me? This is
Right.
deep. We
Deeper
in
than
this.
grilled cheese and syrup. That's the point. The point.
That's the point. That's the
Oh,
point, you see. So if you want to participate in that, please email us at mindofmyblackbusiness@gmail.com. Again, with the subject line, let me on there, and then you will have the opportunity to join us here on the show. All right. All right. So let us get into the things because, usually we're here on Sunday mornings, but we had a lot that was going on. So, we did the little switcheroo and stuff, and we are here now. But we like to start off with our transparency moment and just kind of giving a little moment to check our spirits and see where we at and what's up and what's good or not, because it might be a lot that's
you
going
never
on.
know.
You never know. So I'm gonna start this week, and I think I am pretty okay. I feel like mostly okay feels accurate. Like,
Okay.
if there was a percentage maybe of okayness,
Okay.
I would probably put it at about maybe 68%, right?
All
So
right.
it's decent, but also there's also a lot that's going on.
Right.
The biggest thing though is that I just had a birthday.
Hey, one time for the birthday, bitch. Hey, one time for the birthday. Okay.
So I'll talk a little bit more about that in detail in a little bit later, but that has had me in a very reflective
Mm-hmm.
place,
I
reflective
imagine.
and also projective in thinking about what's happening in this next season
Mm-hmm.
and what that looks like and sounds like for me.
Yeah.
There's also a lot of unknown things that are floating around right now. So that also is very interesting of, me and my real life severance.
Right.
Like I kind of am like, I'm making a choice right now to be in the birthday box,
I'm in this.
and we're
Right.
gonna be here in the birthday box
It just
right
not.
now. That just we're not dealing with all the rest of that. We just gonna be right
Here.
here.
And that's a
So yeah,
practice. Like
it
that's work
is.
too. Cause Lord
But
mercy.
it feels dangerous though because I do very well at disassociating. And so when it feels like I try to like not let it get into disassociative space,
Right.
it
Right.
just okay,
This
just
moment be here,
I'm
but come
making a
back.
choice in this come back, right? Don't throw it away. We still got to deal with it, but
Gotta
also right now in
today.
this moment.
Yes.
Amen. Yeah. So
Aw,
that's my transparency moment.
very nice. I I am it's weird. Like I feel fine. Like I deeply resonate with the mostly fine and mostly okay, right? But I feel also that I am pushing down some of the stress in
Mm,
order to like keep going kind of thing. And so it's very like hyper aware of it, but also going, it doesn't really feel like that. But, when you get really good at doing that for a long time, it doesn't feel like chaos. But what I will say is there's an asterisk there, is it does feel like chaos. I
mm,
think like before I would have just been like, oh yeah, okay, cool. This is just the pace of the things. And now or maybe I'm just old. But I'm like, oh Jesus, like this is a lot. Like this is a lot. And I have a lot of things. There are a lot of things that are going on and responsibilities and people and stuff. And like making sure I'm like consistently having to say like where are you in this, like what are you doing
mm,
for you, you need to at least stretch, you need to at
mm-hmm,
least
mm-hmm,
get your water, like maybe
mm-hmm,
you
mm-hmm,
should call somebody about getting a massage, like
mm-hmm.
trying to be intentional about it. It hasn't quite happened yet, but I'm at least having the conversations with the hope that those do manifest into actual things. I feel like it's on the way. I feel like I'm very, very close. So I'm hanging in to get there. Because I definitely need that moment. So I do think that is what's going on a lot. Because I feel I feel almost disconnected of just like,
Mm.
oh, like I was in a whirlwind. Like, okay, now
Mm-hmm.
what is the world? What is happening everywhere else? Because where has my head been? So that's kind of what I'm dealing with now. Looking forward to these next steps here. Super excited to hear about your birthday and what, musings and things that's brought up for you and questions you may have. Super excited for the show to having its flirty 40 episode. I was like, we're on episode 40. Look at us.
Yes.
Look at us.
We grown,
We
girl.
grown, right? So looking at that too. So that's kind of where I am.
Got it. Got it. So, I guess I can start with birthday things and then we can kind of go from there. So, turned 45 on Saturday, which was Valentine's Day.
Hey.
And I started out the day in the healing circle. And so Vanessa customized a special yoga flow for me based
Oh.
on like the conversations we had been having about different things, or like in the past when I was like, oh, I really like that song or whatever. So that was so nice. I was so emotional. I think I probably that morning was emotional and just like, I don't know, 45 is like that, like I've been here a little minute.
A little bit, right?
I
And
was
you think of like
like,
how many of you it's been in this 45 years. It's like
yeah,
I've
like
lived
how
some
many
lives.
lives I've lived.
I've
Yes.
lived some lives.
Yeah. So I definitely feel like I was taking like trips down memory lane and just kind of being like, my God, today I didn't really see any of this for my life. I don't know what I ever thought that 45 would look like. I don't know, but I definitely didn't imagine this. Like we're off the
But
bingo card. Like at
yeah,
this
yeah,
point,
there was
we're just
like
like,
what? Whose card is this? I don't even know. Is this my card?
I'm
That's
rocking with
Ashley's
it,
card at this point. I don't know. It
but
might be
child,
Ashley's game.
this is wild. Like, okay. So yeah, so that's been interesting. And so yeah, I started the day in the healing circle, and
Love
then
that.
I wanted to, so one thing I didn't get to do that I still need to do is to go to the park because it's been raining. And
Ah.
so I don't like being at the soggy park. I want to be
At
at
the
the
dry, yeah, clean
yeah.
part that you can
So
sit on the
right.
bench or the grass.
Correct. Correct. And like just enjoy. So I didn't go to the park, but I really wanted my birthday to just be low key. Like I didn't want to have to do anything. So I was grateful that I set up like what I was going to eat. So my special meal, if you will, for my birthday was curry, coconut curry shrimp
Ooh,
over potatoes, and so good. Like,
yum.
do you like curry?
Uh-huh. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Give it to me.
it was delicious. So that's what I had for my birthday meal, and then I made myself an apple crumble, which is one of my
Mm.
favorite desserts. So that was nice, and I was like, I don't really have a cake, and I don't really want a cake per se, but that
Mm.
was really cool. So I
Oh.
did that, and the rest of the time I watched Bridgerton.
Yes. I mean,
I
that sounds
watched
like a great
Bridgerton. Oh my God, it was
day.
awesome because
Yes.
the new episode. So I was able to get me a Netflix password, right?
Get
So, okay, I got into the
it.
Netflix
Say I'm in
and then
there.
I watched the new season, and then I went back to watch the first season because I can't, I
Oh,
don't be remembering stuff good.
girl,
So I
understood.
had to go back so that I can watch the first through the fourth again in time for the second half to come out. Now, do
Ah.
you be watching Bridgerton? Have you entered the
Oh yeah.
Bridgerton
And
universe?
when I think you said that it was out because I didn't realize that it had come out. And so I think we got off the phone and I want to say I watched all the new episodes that day. And so like I'm ready for the next set. You
Yeah.
but for some reason I'm not a rewatcher of things.
Oh,
So it's not off
like
like
much of anything?
not often.
Hmm.
Like I saw that. I don't know why. But like there's certain movies like, Color Purple, I'll watch 1,000 times, like Little Shop of Horror, I'll watch 1,000,000 times, Princess Bride. Like there's some things that I will watch, but I won't necessarily look to put it on. But if someone hasn't seen it, I'll be like, oh yeah, you should see this. Let's watch it. And then I'll watch it again. But like
Got
just sitting about
you.
the house, like, oh, I should put the Wiz on. Like, no, but I love the
Not
movie,
really.
but
Uh-huh.
not enough to be like, oh, let me just go watch it
Interesting.
again.
So I've been in this rewatch. I feel like I could identify with that previously.
Uh-huh.
But I've been in this like rewatch season lately because I'm getting
Ooh.
a chance to watch things in my 45-year-old understanding
Yes,
as
indeed.
opposed to, what it was like before. You
When
know
you
what I
first saw
mean?
it, yeah. Because there's
Yeah.
so much hidden in
So
there. So much.
yeah, yeah. And one of my hobbies right now is watching things from a different perspective or watching things with the understanding of the characters knew this at this time, but we just didn't know
Mm,
as we were watching it. So, how does that change how I'm
right.
watching it
How you're
this time,
experiencing it,
knowing
right.
that this is going to happen? Or so, for instance, we know who Lady Whistledown is, right?
Right.
So
Oh,
now watching season
seeing it with those
one,
eyes.
I can see, okay, I see I didn't catch that before. Okay, uh-huh. And look how you got off the trail at that point. Interesting. So I'm
Right.
able to like watch it with the new insight. So it makes
Yeah.
me feel like it's familiar, but also, I don't know, I guess I get to look for like
It's
Easter
still different.
eggs, whatever, like
Yeah.
stuff that I didn't notice before.
I
Yeah.
almost did it on a plane because I was like, oh, because I usually don't watch stuff on the plane. I'm one of the people where they laugh where it was a trend for a while where they would watch the guys on airplanes that would just sit and just sit. Like some of them would just watch that the screen where it shows the flight path of the plane going over the
That's
water
how
or
you be
whatever.
on the airplane?
Sometimes I'm doing nothing or I'm just like listening to music. I might listen to music, but I'm not necessarily like, oh, I need to watch a show or I'm reading a book. Sometimes I'll put on an audio book, but a lot of times I'm not planning in advance to be like, okay, I need to download
Have
this
these things
show.
for the
Right, like teed up for the
uh-huh.
flight. Because I was like, oh, I'll watch. What did I say I was going to watch? I said I was going to watch some series, and then I went to download it. But of course, I was at the airport, so it was like negative 500 megabits per second. So I was like, I ain't got time for that. Now, granted, I had like a 2 hour layover, so I probably, in fact, did have time for that,
Had
but
time.
nothing but time. But I was like, nah, something else. So, so I got out of there. But all that to say, I was on the plane and I was like, oh well, let me actually look at what they offer to watch or whatever. And Sinners was on there. And so I was like, oh, maybe
Mm.
I'll watch Sinners again. But then there was some other movie I hadn't seen. So I was like, I'll watch this first and then I'll watch Sinners on the second flight. Well, when I got to the second flight, they made me put my bag in the overhead so I couldn't charge my phone. So then I couldn't
Mm.
watch it. So I did not,
Dang.
in fact, double watch Sinners. But I mean, I can always, but at that point I was kind of stuck. So
So do you be sleeping on the plane?
I try not to sleep. I snore too loud for that. I am
Really?
so
Oh,
girl. I be
I
nervous.
be
I mean,
knocked
I
the hell
fall
out.
asleep. I fall asleep, but please know I have tried my hardest to stay awake.
Not to.
Cause I be like, I low key be wanting to be like, just nudge me, like to the stranger that's next to me. Like if I start snoring, just like elbow me in the ribs. Like don't let me go out like that. But so I just try to stay up.
That's hilarious. No,
Girl,
I be
it's
knocked
bad.
out on the plane, but I also be planning ahead of time for like the things that I'm
Uh,
gonna do. So I have my audiobook or I have my music downloaded that I'm my however many CDs that might be, or if I'm downloading the whole playlist, or if it's YouTube, it like I be having my things ready. I could not imagine just sitting and
just
doing
sitting,
nothing for a
sitting,
flight. Oh my God,
looking at the
no.
clouds, seeing when the city pops up and see the lights or like the sun, anything, any and everything. Just there. And probably not there. Probably 100 and a half
Lost
miles
in
away.
thought.
Right. But
Yeah.
like nothing, Nothing planned.
That is so interesting. No, I definitely be having a plan. Sure enough. Like I'm gonna be on this plane, but then I got this. If that runs out, I got
Yes, indeed.
this.
It's like the
That's
backup.
hilarious.
Just
Yeah.
let it
So,
freewheel.
you've been on the plane. Where you at, girl? Update the people on what's going on.
Are
And
we done with
and
your birthday? With your
yeah,
life?
that
With
was
your
it.
yes indeed
The
update?
end.
Girl, I was like, okay, I got this stuff. I'm like, this gonna be Kim's episode. I'm, I'm just gonna sit here, ask the question. What have you been reflecting on? What are
But
some
you can
things?
definitely ask questions. So I'll share this though. So this morning, I still do want to update the people though, but we'll get to that. So this
Yeah.
morning, I had a reading with one of the life coaches that I certified. So
Nice.
he does a practice called Points of View.
Okay.
And it's cards, but like they're guided by different questions. And then, so it's like a whole thing. He's like, tell me where to stop my hand or when to stop shuffling or,
Yeah.
what have you. Or if while I'm shuffling, these cards popped out. So I'm going to keep
We're
those
gonna
because
go.
apparently they want you to have these. So, the
Right.
things. Um, and so we did the reading this morning and it was really interesting. So let me pull up my notes because there were 5 questions.
Okay.
So wait, where did it go? Hold on. I closed I was trying to close all them
She was
windows.
like all those tabs.
Yeah, child. Okay. So the first question, so the cards have like a picture on it and then it has a
Hmm.
word. So
Okay.
first he would pose the question and then he would show me the picture and then ask me like what the picture reminds me of. And then this is the word that's associated with it. And then there are a couple layers after that. So
Right.
anyway, the first question was, what have I exhausted? And the word was silence.
Hmm.
And I was like,
Wow. We starting off
interesting.
strong. Okay.
Right. Because I really have been feeling a lot lately, just that it's time for me to like talk about more things and add additional layers of
Hmm.
understanding to my experiences as well as like the experiences with Discover Your Destiny
Mm.
and everything that comes out of that, like being more intentional with that. So that was interesting. Then the
Yeah.
next question was, what strengths have been sharpened? And the word was gentleness.
Mm.
And I was proud of that
Look
because
out.
some years ago, when I had did my spiritual gifts test, honey, grace and mercy was at the bottom. You understand me? Who is grace and who is mercy? I don't know
And
neither
that
one of them
now
hoes.
was that grace? Now was that grace and mercy for you or for anybody or just in general as a concept? Grace and mercy don't know her.
Well, so when I took the test, it was, I think, in general. But
Okay,
for me to understand how to extend grace and mercy, I had to first
give it
extend that
to
to
yourself.
myself.
Yeah.
And so that was definitely a process and an ongoing process because there are times where I really be getting on my nerves and I really be aggravated with my own self. But remembering you're in a process. This is the first time you've ever been on earth as well. Like you're trying to figure this out just with everybody else. You did the best that you could with the information that you had at the time, sis.
Amen.
Like that's it. Now we
That's
know
all you
better,
can
we
do.
do better. Like it is what it is. And so I feel like I have done a lot of work personally
Hmm.
in being more gentle with myself
Look
so
out.
that I can extend more grace and mercy to others. I
Mm.
will say it is easier to extend grace and mercy to others than it is to self.
Yeah.
But I had to really start with my own self and having that gentleness with myself and trusting that I understand what is happening and
Mm.
what my role is in that and that I'm on the right path.
Yeah.
So the next question was, what new obstacle is coming my way? And the word was shift.
Oh. Mm.
And I felt some type of way about that
So
because
I've been
one,
shifting.
I've been getting that message,
Oh,
okay?
good.
And hey, nah, but I don't want to do this. Every time I get it, I be like, I don't want to do that.
Right,
Every time.
exactly.
Every
Exactly.
time I hear something, whether it be this or with Letitia or with a random thing that I come across, hey, I don't want to do this. I don't
Did
want to
that.
do
Did
it.
that several times.
Send
When are
that
we
back.
done? What's a new
We
one?
need
New card.
another one. That's
Reshuffle.
it.
Reshuffle.
Switch it out now. Okay. So, in that, I was like, okay, I really need to accept this and be okay with it. And the image that was linked to the shift card was
Uh-huh.
a caterpillar making a cocoon. And
Oh.
so it symbolizes transformation, right? And that
Mm-hmm.
is what I'm consistently praying for and all of that. And also though there's like stuff that has to be done, in the
Right.
transformation ship. Like there's sacrifices that have to be made. There's pruning that needs to happen, like all of that. And I don't,
Mm-hmm.
that's the part where I'm like, hey, now that we've been
Right.
doing this for a little while, like, relax. But then the other thing, side note, here I go, not being witchy, about to talk about things.
uh,
We're getting into, but this don't have nothing to do with witchery in my opinion. None of it does, honestly. But anyway, we're about to enter the year of the fire horse.
mm,
This is Chinese New Year,
right.
okay? So we're closing the year of the snake and entering the year of the fire horse.
Right.
So I've been reading up on the year of the fire horse, and it's just like talking about new beginnings and shifting into an entirely new season, right? So again, I've been receiving these messages, and also
The
though I'm
whole
like,
time.
ah, what is this about to look like? So really having to learn how to embrace
Mhm.
the shifting that is happening, trusting that it is leading to something that is in line with what I've been praying for, right?
Right.
So then the next question was, what is my desired destination?
Mm.
And the word was precision.
Oh,
And
that's
I felt
good.
that. I
That's a good
know
one. I like that.
because I really, and then so then later on, so this in tandem, so this was this morning. So then later on, I met with Shekinah,
Uh-huh.
brand bestie stuff, and
Yes.
she asked me, "Where do you see Kimberlyn Jackson 10 to 20 years from now?" And I was like, "Oh." I didn't expect you to go 10, 20. I thought you was gonna go
Three,
like
five.
5. Yeah. So I'm like, ooh, 10, 20, girl. Oh wow. Things are running automatically. Like Kimberland is out here.
Not
So with
doing
this
that.
precision card, the image was measuring spoons and
Mm.
then like some dough. So when I first saw
Oh,
it, I said, this what I want to do. Just that. I just
yeah.
want to turn the camera on and be like, hey, y'all,
Ta-da.
Kimberly here. Today, I'm making my favorite recipe, y'all. What we doing right? I just want to, hey, y'all, today I'm painting, y'all. I'm out here in this garden today, y'all. Like, that's what I really want it to look like.
Yes.
And that is where I am walking towards. So it was interesting how it came up like in both of those spaces. Because when I was talking to Shekinah and I'm like, she's like, what's happening in Sense Years? I'm like, girl, healing retreats. We, out here on the homestead, we're growing food. Like people are coming, their spirits are getting refilled. I literally have a map,
Right.
like my ideal day that I've planned out like that is what it looks
Yes.
like. And so the precision card coming up saying that this is the destination was like, yeah, yeah, okay, maybe I am going the right way. Maybe like the things
Yay.
are like actually aligning because sometimes I be thinking it's the spaghetti sauce. So then the last question was, what habit am I ready to use to take the first step?
Mm.
And the word that came up was synchronization.
Oh.
And I felt that one deep too, because I have been feeling it's time to activate people. So the synchronization, the picture was the side of a matchbox in the
Mm-hmm.
match.
Oh, okay. Get it.
Ignite it, light the
Yes.
match. Let's get it popping, right?
Let's
And
do
so
it.
I was telling Tony, I was like, even like the immediacy of striking a match in comparison to, for instance, rubbing two sticks together.
Right,
Like,
right.
this is
It's
just light the match, sis. You have the
yeah,
network, you have the people,
the,
reach out to the
the
people,
spark.
say
You're
the
the
things,
spark.
align. You're the spark. Let's go. Yeah. So
Look
that was my
out.
reading this morning.
That is phenomenal. Aw. Yes, it did. I could feel that that would have you like floating through the day, I would imagine. Like, because that is so much confirmation. And obviously, I'm not in the day to day of your life, but hearing that is so affirming to the things that you have shared and are doing and have even spoken about before of where you wanted to go. So to hear that and see that resonate, I love it. I love it. Congrats. That's
Thank
phenomenal.
you. Thank you.
Oh,
So yeah, that was super cool and super exciting. And I'm about to take in this new cohort of Discover Your
yes.
Destiny. And we've been building out Found Her Future and just seeing Shekinah's always talking about you'll know the tree by the fruit that it bears. And she's like,
Mm-hmm.
there's fruit, like there's fruit. We're planting these things
Yeah.
and they're coming, like there's fruit. Oh my God. I'm like, yeah, like
Yeah.
it's so affirming and confirming to be
Yes.
able to just recognize like, okay, I know I don't know all the pieces and where the things really are and
Mm-hmm.
what's what and what's where. But also, I'm getting clear indicators that this is the right path. We just keep
Yeah.
going down this path right here, and this is where it's gonna lead. So,
I
yeah,
love it.
I'm uh I was gonna say a lot of times I'd be saying I'm cautiously optimistic. I feel like I've taken the caution
Okay.
off of it and
Nice.
I am choosing to trust the optimism. Just
That is awesome.
okay, we're moving into this space and the people are coming and things are aligning and I just have to do what I'm supposed to do.
Right.
And it's not my job to worry about everything else. It is my job
Exactly.
to do what I'm supposed to do. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I don't think it's any like accident. I think it's very intentional that it is happening around you doing a new cohort of Discover Your Destiny. Because I'm sure and you've spoken about it before too, but every time you do it, like you get to go through that process, and see where you are and approach it from a different space and discover something else, to your point, the
Mm-hmm.
Easter eggs, of like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, what do I pull from
Mm-hmm.
it? And what perspective does this person bring that I had before? So
Hadn't even thought
I think
about.
it's I
And
think
what
it's
skill
definitely awesome.
sets and like how does that feed into this
Hmm.
universe and
Exactly.
all of these healing projects that we're creating and the different podcasts. Like one of the ladies that is joining us is a former teacher of mine.
Oh,
I
nice.
mentored her my first year mentoring and it was her first year teaching.
Oh,
And
wow.
it was a crazy ass time. Like when I tell you it was crazy, we still be talking about it's people from that situation where both of us be like, bro, they could get it on site. Not even joking, dog. Not
No, for
even
real. No, for
I
real.
don't have two nice words to say about son. You feel me?
Oh my
Like at
God.
all, right? But anyway, she has like these skill sets in editing and Africana studies, and she's
Mhm.
lived across all these different countries and continents. And like, I'm just like, oh my God, this is crazy. And it just reminds me when God says things, a lot of times they don't make sense in the moment. Like I can
Mhm.
remember God saying things to me like, you're going to break generational cycles. You're going to impact people across the world. Like
Mhm.
when I was leaving the classroom, I remember God being like, you are bigger than these four walls. Like you're going to impact
Mhm.
people across the world. How? Where? Where they at? What are you talking about? Not knowing I'm going to be living internationally, not knowing there's actually going to be people across the world that are connected to me. Like
Connected to
it
you
feels
and looking
so
for you, you know?
wild. It feels so wild, but yeah, I'm really excited for what's about to come and what it's going to look like and all of the people that are going to find pieces of themselves as I build things out, as others build things out. Like I'm just really excited. So, yeah.
Yeah, I love that for you. And I can't wait to see it and be a part of whatever aligns and works out because I think it is amazing. I just the universe you've built here, the community that you cultivate and nurture is it's a thing of beauty.
Yay.
Congrats on
Thank
another
you.
year. You're
Thank you.
welcome.
So,
Aww.
I do want to say with intention, y'all, if you are saying to yourself, I really been wanting to get connected to discover your destiny. I really want to understand what happens. I am going to play a quick commercial here, but I also want to encourage you to go to the website, dyd25.com, and you can get information there. You can see testimonials from other people who've gone through it. Y'all have heard me and Kalanda talk about it. But get connected. It's time, and some of us have been sitting on this for quite a while. Okay, and knowing that we're supposed to be doing something else, and we keep asking ourselves these questions. So I want to strike the match and ask you to get ignited, okay, and connected. But let me go ahead and share this commercial. What if the thing you've always called too much was the exact thing God designed on purpose? This is for the ones who've always known they were different. Too sensitive, too loud, too knowing, too intuitive, too woo-woo. But what if your sensitivity is actually your superpower? What if your intuition was your inheritance? Discover Your Destiny is a 10-week sacred journey back to yourself. We explore the design of your soul, your spiritual gifts, and the unique way that God speaks to you. This isn't church. It's not a rule book. It's not a performance. It's the moment you stop chasing approval and start walking in divine alignment. You'll gain clarity, language, and confidence around who you are and what you are here on the earth to do. You'll learn the real voice of God. And if you feel called to go on to become a certified intuitive melanated life coach, this is where that path begins. There are 2 ways to enter this sacred container: the Destiny track, full investments and coaching experience, or the Divine Exchange track, where internship meets soul work. You'll support podcasting, content creation, or brand development behind the scenes while learning how your unique gifts benefit the collective. Your knowing isn't a flaw, it's the fingerprint of God. This is your invitation, and I hope that you'll answer. So again, please go to dyd25.com. Registration is open now. The new cohort starts on March 5th. And there is a special right now. So if you mention this, then you will save a significant amount of money by mentioning the special. But I am doing the 10-week course for only $750 in comparison to $1,125. Okay. So that is going on till the end of the month. So if you mention this, then you will have the opportunity to be able to get in on the discount tip.
Look
Okay.
at you giving out gifts
All
on your
right.
birthday.
I do what I can. I really always am like, I don't want money to be the reason why somebody isn't able to get the freedom that they really need. So we'll find a way. It's like if we could do a discount or we can do a barter system or like we can figure it out. I don't ever want that to be the reason why somebody is not able to get what they're supposed to get. So Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to
Amen.
y'all. All right. Come on
Hey.
in here and get the thing. So I'll be looking out for that. And if you have any questions, there is a way to be able to book some time with me to ask me questions and all of that. So you can do that if you are interested. Okay. Now, do we want to talk Mardi Gras into update, or you want to give your update before we talk Mardi Gras? Or
We
is
can
Mardi
actually
Gras
talk
even a
Mardi
part of
Gras
your update?
into the
Okay.
update because so we'll start with the Mardi Gras, then we'll do the update. Okay, so
Okay.
it is carnival season.
It is
Wait, tomorrow is Mardi Gras, Fat
Mardi Gras
Tuesday,
Day.
if you will, in New Orleans. People will be up at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, making their way down,
Child
trying to get
camping
out
out.
to their spot, if they're not sleeping on the route. Um, but I definitely I miss it. I feel it. Um I was in the States last month, the whole month. And then I popped into the city to see my mom for her birthday and surprising her.
Nice.
So her birthday was almost the weekend of all the stuff. So there were some
Uh-huh.
parades going on, but I didn't see them. But you could see the festivities and realize the city was in flow, like it was happening. And it was just oh, home. But then it was kind of not. I don't know. It was a very
Mm.
interesting feeling. Being I was only there for a day, but maybe 2 days. But it was definitely a very interesting feeling because I had gone from Peru, from Lima to Florida, and I was working there for a month. And I was that's kind of close enough. I may be able to get home and pop up and surprise her for a couple hours and then go back to work. So that's what I did. So that was really nice. Got to go sit on the lake, got some oysters, got some po' boy. I didn't have any
Oh,
crawfish.
nice.
But it was a good time. It was a good time. I popped in, popped out, and I was out of that. But yes, so Mardi Gras is happening, all the different parades. The thing that's been going on in the news with them though is there've been whole floats that have been pulled off the route. All the riders on the float got kicked off the float because in one parade, I want to say it was Crew of Carrollton, I think,
Uh-huh.
that they were humming beads at people,
From the
intentionally
float?
from the float, that people they weren't trying to catch a bead, and people taught humming it at them.
So y'all,
It
when
has
we
to.
say humming, for I don't know if y'all know what that
I know,
means.
right?
Humming means you throw something as hard as you possibly
So
can at somebody, towards somebody, with the intention of causing harm.
yes.
So we call it, I don't know if that's
Uh,
just New
I
Orleans
think it's
language or
because
if
of the
that's,
sound, because they threw it so hard, so fast it hums.
oh, maybe.
Oops, that was not rip my hair out my head. But if you throw something fast enough, you can hear it. So I
Hell yeah.
think,
And
I don't
especially
know,
if it whipped past you,
past
and you
you,
hear it on
you're
your ear and
whoa,
stuff. So
yeah,
wait a minute now,
yes,
because I saw a post the other day where somebody was like, Mardi Gras has always been racist. We why are we now acting like we're
acting surprised.
surprised by this or something? But I didn't know, you know how people be making
So that
subliminal
wasn't
posts
even
and
the only thing. That was the first
oh,
thing that I saw anyway. So I saw
okay.
this one where, and it had to be bad for them, for the police to get involved and actually
So they
release
pulled the
riders.
wait. I got more questions. So
Yeah,
they pulled the float off during the parade?
they stopped it. I forget. I want to say, I think it was float 10. If somebody knows
Uh,
this from home, tell me. But float 10 of the Carrollton, of the Crew of Carrollton, and they took all the riders off the float. It was 43 people. And so the new
mid
mayor,
parade.
mid parade,
The new white lady.
the new
Okay, tell me the
mayor,
things, girl.
she's yeah, there's zero tolerance. If one person on your float is caught being inappropriate and intentionally
We're
hurting
done.
people, the whole float is getting off. So now at least they'll start to police themselves and be hey,
Right.
don't ruin this for
Right.
everybody. I paid
Right.
money to be here.
You
Because that's
know,
not cheap
big
either.
time. Big
Right.
time.
So yeah, apparently they were throwing these throws at people that weren't paying attention. So that
Wow.
was one situation. Then I don't remember, was it Tux? Another parade.
Now, where Tux be at? That sounds like that's across the
Metairie
river.
or somewhere. Ah,
And
child,
probably
don't get me on
Metairie.
lying.
Okay.
And I'm blaming it on Metairie. It might not be Metairie, but I don't go
Let me look and see. Let me look and see. We have that bad experience from Metairie when we was talking about it.
Burke. You showed me one time who you were, Metairie, and I said, "You ain't gonna get me again." I
I know that's
was like
right.
8. I was like, "No, thank you." No, I still remember that lady. Anyway, they had a guy, and he's like hanging off the floor, like throwing beads, whatever. But he has some beads with like black baby dolls that have like the necklace tied around their neck.
Oh
And like hanging off the side of the float. Like he had a few of them and was like throwing them. I want to say there's a video of like a little black girl. She's probably like 8. And they were interviewing her about like having received this from this float. So like that was another one. So that's probably why you saw the "Why Are Y'all Surprised?" It's always been racist. But then in addition to that, it was Bacchus. Is it Bacchus that normally has the Ruby Bridges float?
I
There's
don't
some
know.
there's somebody that normally has a Ruby Bridges float, and they took her
Let's look
float
it up.
out, and
Oh,
so people were like, "Oh," and then other people were like, "Well, Bacchus was never for us anyway. Like
correct.
that was never a black
They
float."
say muses that is usually the Ruby Bridges float in New
Oh, is
Orleans
it?
is usually
I
featured
didn't
in the
remember it being
crew of
muses.
muses.
I didn't remember it being muses. I mean, I could be wrong, but I thought it was
I don't
Bacchus. I
know.
thought it was one of the all
Oh,
male floats.
wait, hold on. Here's something else. Ruby Bridges Bacchus float. This is from TikTok. You know, TikTok is way more accurate than anything else,
Ain't that crazy?
ain't it? So maybe
um,
it is Bacchus because Bacchus was just yesterday,
yeah,
last night.
yeah.
Okay, so what happened now? They
So
said that
they
float couldn't roll.
Right, because they want a culture of inclusivity and moving forward in life and blah blah
And
blah blah
Bacchus
blah.
ain't never been for us for real,
Ever,
period, ever,
never, ever,
ever.
never, ever, never. So that's why other people were kind of like, "Who is surprised by this? Like, why would you be surprised?" So it was like all of this stuff has just been
Wow.
happening in one year.
It's a
It's
reminder,
normally
y'all. New Orleans is in Louisiana. Now, I
it
be telling
absolutely
people
is.
that and how it now the people in Louisiana, baby, they
Different.
something. Oh, there's something serious.
It
Them
is
white folks
different.
is something serious in Louisiana. So I'm not shocked, but also it is sometimes shocking
Hmm.
how in your face it can be, because I feel like now mind you, when we was growing up, David Duke and them was out there in the
They
streets.
were
Like
in the parade. They were
it wasn't
in
no
the
thing.
parade.
It
They were
wasn't
all,
no
he
thing.
comes. Like, here's his people, here are their signs. Like, we
Hooded and
run.
all, y'all. I
All
need
of
y'all
it.
to
Like
understand.
full for real.
Full on Ku Klux Klan
We're not
Grand
being dirty.
Wizard walking down the street during the Martin Luther King parade, during other processions, full on. And we probably forgot about that a little bit
Yeah.
because
Because that happened. And this
it's
was in
very
our lifetime.
easy. Hell yeah. It's very easy though to be in the blackness of New Orleans
Right.
and
Right.
forget
The rest.
that there's
And the
other.
history there too, and it's like,
Yeah.
I mean, we've talked about this before, the black side of this, the white side of that. Like, I don't go here. Bacchus was not our parade. Like, Rex and Zulu, like
Right.
all of Mardi Gras is steeped in it. And depending on who you're talking to, you can find many like local live reasons that it's still going on. I mean, well, this was interesting too, because I think Zulu just this year had a white king. I think, I feel like, or maybe not a king or a
Kalanda.
governor. There is a white man that is definitely representing Zulu in some fashion. I didn't look at it enough to be able to tell you exactly what position he's holding, but he is 100. There is a white man that is the face of something this year. She said,
I just I had done a little crash course on Mardi Gras and marching units and in New Orleans on the Frolicking Truth this past
uh-huh.
week. And I talked about the Black masking Indians, or the Mardi Gras Indians. And
Mm-hmm.
one of the things that they said in the video that I showed is that came out of racism
Yeah,
because Black people weren't able to go to the parades. They was probably humming shit at their head during the
right.
parade and all of that. And so we created our own celebrations. And historically, Black people, whether they were enslaved Black people or whether they were free Black people, found safety and solace in the company of the indigenous people who were
Correct.
in New Orleans.
Yeah.
And but like I said, it's so easy to forget that, I feel like, because we have the ability, in New Orleans, we at the second line, like we have the ability to immerse ourselves
Right.
into the
In the culture.
safety of
Yeah, yeah,
Blackness and culture
yeah.
and music. And, we just don't go to certain places.
Right.
So
You know
we
where to go. Like, don't you go acting crazy in Jefferson. Like, if you go cross that bridge, act like you got some sense because they looking for a reason. So, you
You
know
know
what I
they
mean?
and
Like,
you and ain't nobody going down there to shout
ain't
Met,
nobody can come get you in the
thinking,
parish.
you understand? Okay, because they definitely down there in that parish. You feel me? So, wow, that's really interesting.
It's been a wild season, and I've just been like tangentially like hearing it. So I
Yeah.
can't even imagine what's actually happening in the day to day. I mean, it was already the stuff with Moreno and TD leaving and all kind of stuff. So it was kind of right to have something weird happening. And then obviously this current administration is making people feel very comfortable to say the things that they want to say out loud, which hey, I'm here for it because at least now I know who you are.
Listen, I told you, I be telling people I like my racism overt. Okay,
Please.
I want to know. I
Where to
want you to
go
hang
and
your
where
flag
not to go.
outside. I want you to
Please.
have your hood on your head,
Thank
child. The
you.
crosses burned,
Tell
all
me
that. So I know not to
all of
go
it.
go
I'm
over
not
there.
going.
I don't
Tell
know how to
me
deal. I didn't do well with that covert racism
mm-mm.
in Pennsylvania.
The
That tore me down.
microaggressions, and it's
Yeah, I didn't do
like
well with
I
that.
heard that
I
because I
needed
know I'm
macro.
smart and I know what you said, but you acted like that's not what you meant. But that's and you're very educated, so I know it
And
wasn't
having
an accident.
norms like assume positive intent. No, bitch.
No,
I'm not
no,
assuming anything. I heard what you
nothing.
said.
I'm taking
Okay.
the context because you
You
could call me
understand?
pretty and it mean bitch. Be like, you're so pretty. Like, fuck you
Oh,
too.
exhausting. So I sounds like well, not sounds like things are getting back to the days of what we knew with that good old overt in your face, don't come around here hard R, all of that.
Yeah.
And so you know me, knowing that, y'all, what does that look like and sound like? Because even very tangentially over to the Super Bowl happening, Bad
Mm.
Bunny
Yes,
was down
yes.
there to the Super Bowl. And there's been all kind of controversy around it about
Right.
whether he should have participated and not and like all of that. But what I will say is that a time is coming where the time is here actually, where we are really going to have to make a choice
Right.
about what we gonna participate in and what we not,
Correct. Yeah.
because I didn't watch that game and I can't. It's hard for me to watch football and it's hard for me to watch any professional sports right about now
Mm.
because it's giving big plantation vibes.
Hmm.
It's giving big
We all
plantation
are.
vibes. It's
LeBron the
giving
other day
big.
was very much like Israel is great, never heard anything
I
bad
saw it,
about it.
girl.
And I
But
was
you know
like,
what? I had already did an episode where I was talking about LeBron and them Martin Luther King shoes, where he's associated. Did you see that? Where
mm-mm.
he's girl, they done made some Martin Luther King assassin 11s. That's not what they call, but
it. What?
They not call that for real.
Oh, that almost took me out.
They're not call that for real. They're not call that for real.
Okay, we have officially jumped the shark. Y'all have lost.
But they're not called that. But they are shoes that are supposed to be honoring LeBron James and this game that he had against the Memphis Grizzlies. So they used the color palette from the Lorraine Motel, which is where Dr. King was assassinated, and said that it was paying homage to Dr. King.
Girl.
So I had talked about that down to the frolic and truth, and I said to them people, I said, now we finna see who is about money and who like what people's alignments are, because for his black ass to be associated with that, that's wild. So then when I saw they asked him about Israel, and this man gonna set up his, I've only heard nice things. Nigga.
Like we're
What?
what? even if you were on the side of Israel, your choice, do your thing, whatever. You have absolutely heard opposite. Like you have heard opposite. It's
You
just
only
not
heard
true.
nice things.
Like that's just not true.
And I can look forward to going there. If I have fans there, I look forward to
When
going
you
there.
could
I've only
just
heard
not.
nice things.
When you could just not. Like I get the fans. Like because at first when I heard it, I was like, they asked him about the fans. So it's not like he was gonna be like, fuck the fans in Israel. Like, no. But he specifically was like, oh, Israel, I've heard, he separated it from the fans. Because I'm trying to give him grace and mercy and try to understand. Like maybe there was some media training that, got missed that week, but you very clearly said what you said, sir. Like
with his whole chest. And so, in stark contrast to Kyrie Irving, who is very clearly advocating for Palestine and the Palestinian people. So for me, it's one of two things. Either you're incredibly ignorant and out of touch and not paying attention, which is bad enough.
Which could be.
Because
True.
I am over celebrities. I'm over celebrities, period, honestly. But celebrities feeling like they don't have to speak on certain things because it doesn't impact them. Like he is cushioned as much as, I mean, because you still nigga, right? So shout out to OJ, okay?
Correct. But there's a level of insulation
there's a level of insulation where you don't have to worry about your rights being stripped away every day and, raised in the street. And like, you don't have to worry about that because you locked up in the Crystal Palace, right? I'm already over that. But so that's one side of it. But then the other side is that you're not ignorant.
Right.
And you are very much aligned with this way of thinking, which is committed to capitalism, committed to the dollar by any means necessary. Sure, I'll take your gifts. I'll get on the plane. I'll come and do the patronage. I'll come and do all the things. I'll come and do all the things because what's more important to me is this dollar. And either way, I can't respect you, my boy. I can't respect you. I ain't got.
Because where's the line? Where's the line? And
what got to happen? What got to happen for y'all to step up and say something? What got to happen for you?
The wild thing is the things they choose to step up and say. Like I was talking about Lizzo when she was talking about the Epstein file, and was like, I was like, you could have just said nothing.
What'd she say?
She got on this good internet and was like, if your name appears as a contact in someone's email list, does that automatically make you guilty? Like we have to see what happened with the people, because maybe that's not what it was. Like you're not automatically guilty. And it's just like, are you not hearing and seeing the things that are coming out? Like let alone the stuff we don't, and let alone the stuff we know that people do anyway. outside of the insane, obscene amount of money and power they have, just what people can do, why would you get on here and advocate and be like, well, we should see what it is. And association doesn't make you guilty. And it's like, who are you protecting? Is your name
That's
in
what
here?
I'm. That's what I'm wondering. That's the whole time I'm sitting here like,
It's
so
like,
who's she trying
you
to
already had
defend?
issues with people coming out about you and your treatment of people that were working with you. You know, in the courts they said that did not happen. But it's like, then you say something like this when no one asked you, like, because it's, I don't understand.
And granted, okay, yes,
You're
people
right.
just no,
Yeah.
just because somebody has your contact information, no, that does not automatically make you guilty. Also, though, why was that clarification needing to
Necessary.
happen?
Correct. Like,
Interesting.
it was just a very odd
It
and
was interesting.
off-putting
Like,
case.
why would you insert yourself into this in that
And with that,
manner?
correct.
Yeah. I saw
And
this morning, they said they're not releasing any more of the files. I don't
so,
know if that was accurate or not, but I'm not surprised if that's the
right.
truth.
And okay, they really like,
What else needs to be released? Huh?
what else do you
Huh?
need to hear? And why did you
Huh?
need to see it in the first place? And what did seeing it
What is
do
that
for
changing?
anybody?
Because baby, that
I mean,
Pam
all
Bondi
these women,
baby.
girl,
Baby. That Pam Bondi. That heifer been crazy
double,
since she
double,
busted on the scene. And
double.
honey, with this new level of power and access and fame that she got, you saw how she was talking to them
She was
senators?
just she didn't
She
care
said that
because
shit to me. She was like, "Who gonna check me,
who
boo?
gonna check me? Who
Who
gonna
gonna
check
check
me?
me? How dare you accuse me of a crime?"
Be like, because we see you
You
committing the crime.
literally just lied. You literally just lied
It's
here just 2 seconds
a crime.
ago.
It's a crime. But when the leadership does it, anyway.
Ooh, child.
Anyway, so that's Mardi Gras update. Girl, I mean, it's the nature of the world, and so I think I am allergic to the state because I was saying like, oh, I feel like I'm stressed, but I'm not sure, and I'm like, I didn't know. I was like, is my hair? Is it my hair? Let me wash my hair. I got new braids. Like maybe it's that. No, that wasn't
You
it.
would feel like you were having physical.
Like physical, like itching, like
Uh-huh.
little raised bumps, like on my chest, and I was just, what is going on? But it was hard because, excuse me, environmentally everything was different, because
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
came back, and so I didn't have like I didn't have like all my lotion and body wash and fabric, so
Mm-hmm.
like all of that was different. So like everything
Mm-hmm.
changed,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
obviously the food is different. Like it is a completely different environment. So I'm like, what is it? And then even today, I'm like, okay, I'm back in Peru. I got back literally at like 1 o'clock this morning. And I was like working throughout the day, and I was just like, maybe it's just stress. Maybe it's just a physical manifestation of stress. And like, I don't want that to be the case, obviously, but that just means I need to get really intentional about setting up these boundaries and like figuring out how do I intentionally carve these little, not little, but these pieces out for myself, because it's
Mm-hmm.
like, I can tell the difference, and I was only there for a month. And it's
Mm-hmm.
like I've gained weight. I don't know what
Wow.
this like itching is business. And I was like, I have got to get out of here. Like, I gotta go. And I think that was also why it was so weird once I got home. It was kind of like, okay, I'm here. I was super excited, obviously, to see my mom. I spent some time with my dad and my sister. Well, I talked to my sister, I didn't see her. But like spent time with my dad and like hung out with my mom, and that was great. I enjoyed that, but it wasn't like oh, I need to like run all over. I was sad I didn't get to see Xavier. I was messaging them and they were like, oh
Mhm.
my God, where are you? But I'm going back in April. So we're gonna see how that goes because that may be a longer trip. And I'm just like, okay, we gotta figure this out because this this not gonna work. Um, so I don't know. We're gonna see. I'll be in Colombia, which getting here was crazy. It wasn't Bianca's experience, thank goodness. But they tried me at the gate, at the window, because I'm like, I came in, I went from Tampa to Panama to Peru, right? So I get up to the little window, and there's a lady. There's a lady.
In what place?
Oh, sorry, in Peru. So I made it
Okay.
through all my layovers, landed here. Yay, I made it.
Uh-huh.
Now I just gotta see because
Uh-huh.
I need to leave tomorrow. Like tomorrow is my last day. So I was like,
Okay.
I don't want them. I already was like, they might be like, why are you coming in for 2 days when you don't
Uh-huh.
have that much time left or whatever? So I'm like, oh, I have to explain this. Um, like I just need to get my hat, my luggage, and so I'm like gearing up for that. So there's a lady at the window in front of me. There's a guy to the right of her, and then there's a person, I think a guy working behind her. So everybody has money. So then the guy behind her finishes with their person, but then he gets up and he goes to lunch or something. I was like, oh damn, okay, so I'm standing there. Then the guy across from her finishes, but I think he has like that separate line of like you need special assistance or like it
Okay.
wasn't the Peruanan line, like but it was a special line. So he was pulling from there. So I'm like, okay, she's taking a little while with the person in front of her or with her. Finally, she lets them go. She then gets up and comes out of the little cubicle area and like goes over to the stanchions and is coming to like pull the stanchions across. So I'm thinking she's going to lunch. So I'm like, oh, they sent us down here and they just closed this lane. Maybe the special man is just gonna try to filter us through, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So she's moving the stanchions and she says passe. But I'm like, I am confusion because you're saying passe, but you're putting up a barricade. So I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
is she trying to send me to somebody else? So I'm looking and
Mm-hmm.
she's like, passe. And I'm like, oh, I guess I just come through here.
Go.
Okay, fine.
Uh-huh.
So I came, standing there. I had my passport, but I didn't have my boarding pass. So she's like, boarding pass. I'm like, oh, okay. So I got my boarding pass. I give it to her. And so she's just like, she said something about Panama. And um, I said, she said something about why Panama or something about Panama. And I was like, oh, it was my layover. And so then I
Mm-hmm.
go get my first boarding pass from like Tampa.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I came from
Mm-hmm.
Tampa. I give her that. So then she says something, but I wasn't able to hear. It didn't sound like, why are you in Peru? Like whatever she
Mm-hmm.
said to me, that's not what it registered as. So then she just goes, why? And I was like, oh, I was like, I need to pick up my suitcases. I need to pick up my luggage. And so she's like, oh. And so she says, onward. And I was like onward ticket. So I show her my ticket to Colombia.
To Colombia. Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, here you go. And so she's looking, and then she's like, but you're going back to Panama. And I was like, I never went to Panama. It was
Right.
just
I
my
was just in the
layover. I
airport.
just was there and now, but I was coming here. Like, what?
Mm-hmm.
And so then I'm like, well, I don't know these words. I don't have these words. So I'm like, like what? So I'm like, because the thing is, I've been here since November. I left for a month because you wouldn't let my girlfriend in. So I had to go
Mm-hmm.
back to the States and work. I'm just coming back to get my
To
things
get the
because y'all wouldn't let
luggage
her
to
get
go
her
on.
things. And I'm
Right.
leaving tomorrow. Like, I
Right.
just need to go. So I'm like, oh my God. So I'm like, I wasn't in Panama. It's just the layover. And so she's like, why Panama? And I'm like, no say.
I don't know. You gotta ask the airline.
So I just picked the ticket. I just bought the ticket. I didn't even know. I didn't know where my layover was. Honestly, it didn't matter because I'm not leaving the airport. Like, I'm just gonna sit
I just
there
need to
and
get through here to go where I gotta
not
go.
download my Netflix shows. Like, just I don't know what to tell you, man. Just please let me in here because I've literally been praying the whole month that I was gone that I wasn't gonna have an issue when I got back here. So she's just kind of looking and she's like, she's looking at the screen, she's looking at my onward ticket. And so then she says, hotel. And so I'm like, dirección? And she's like, see. And I'm like, oh, okay. So then I'm like, get the address out for my Airbnb. So I show her that. She's like, oh, Airbnb? And I was like, see. And so then she's like tapping and she's like, buenas noches. And I was like, what the fuck? All right, thanks. Good night. Like, let me get my shit. I don't know what's
Knees
happening.
to
Thank you,
chest. I'm out
Jesus.
of here.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want you to think about, and another thing, like, I don't even understand. I don't even
Gracias,
understand.
muchísimas gracias.
Gracias.
No
Mucho
problem.
gusto. Just like, I literally have a ticket. Like, it's not a fake ticket. It's not a
Yeah,
like, I have a literal
right.
ticket that I've had for a month now. An Airbnb, like, I just need to get my things. Girl, I had already had a divorce, a mental funeral for whatever was still here in this Airbnb. Because I
Oh,
was
if they
like,
didn't let you get back to it.
if they didn't let me get it, how was I, what
Yeah.
was I gonna do? I'm
Yeah.
like, I was like, I guess I have the most important stuff, but I don't know. Like, I sure hope I can get my things. So luckily, yes, I was able to get them. So I was like, I'm in this bitch.
Whew.
Thank you, Jesus. So I need to pack up and then I'm on the next thing spoken and then I'll be in Colombia. Thank you, Jesus. So we'll keep on trucking. I just can't wait to settle because I've just been very
Yeah.
like, I went from here to Florida, was there, then went to New Orleans for like 2 days, then came back to Florida, then flew here, and then need to fly there. And I'm like, I just,
Need to sit
I,
down some damn
I need
well.
to sit down. I need
Mm-hmm.
a good like 48 hours to just
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
breathe. Like I need
Mm-hmm.
that, and I know it. And so I'm like very anxious for it because a lot of the time there, I was also like scared. You know, I'm like, what if something happens, something crazy pops off, or I can't leave, or like all those things. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to
Yeah.
figure out having to like navigate living in the States. It was $6 for a pineapple. I just can't do that. Like
That's
six
crazy. In
dollars.
comparison, y'all, so at the grocery store here in Colombia, a pineapple right now is probably just under $2. But at the
The
market,
market.
a pineapple is about 75 cents to a dollar for a whole pineapple.
Whole pineapple.
$6
$6.
is crazy as hell. And it's probably not even fresh, not
Not
sweet,
organic.
not,
It's just it was a
yeah,
regular pineapple. It wasn't
that's
like
crazy.
what's the fancy one? Airline or Loewe. I forget who makes the fun fancy like $20 grapes. But yeah, no, just a
But this
regular
was
Publix.
regular.
I wasn't even at Trader Joe's. I was
That's crazy.
so yeah, so that was that. Then the last thing. This was almost a rabbit hole, but not quite. I heard this, I think it was yesterday, but it definitely came from TikTok and it made me laugh. It's not true. So this is the problem I have with it because I understand the thought process behind the statement and what they are trying to say. But I also, because words mean things, go, that is not true. But anyway, so the lady goes, she's like, people, they sometimes they forget like they're their own architect, and you get stuck in these things of like, I can't do this because it won't look like that, or I can't do this because I want to do it this way, so I can't, whatever. And so the example she used was she's like, some people are like, I would be vegan, but excuse me, I just can't give up bacon. And so she was like, so someone said, well, just be vegan with bacon, vegan plus bacon. And saying it in the sense of, oh, if I can only give 10% today and I gave 10%, then I gave 100%. I put it all on the ground, right? Like don't let perfection be the enemy of done or the enemy of good, or either version of that saying. But like, and I get the sentiment, but using it with vegan and bacon just was like, like you
Because
can't
that's
do
not, because if you eat
that's
bacon, you're
not what
not
that is.
vegan.
You're not
That's
vegan
not
because
at all.
you're not vegan. Most, I won't say as a general statement, but typically, if someone is vegan, it's not just about I don't eat meat. It's about the philosophy of not eating
Correct.
a live
Animals.
sentient being. Like
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
it is that,
Uh-huh.
and you can't do that and eat bacon. But I get what she was saying, but very much like it made me think about it when we were laughing earlier when I was like, I would be a hypocrite if I did not use very bad digital hygiene because I preach to people, set up your system so you can operate in it, like don't set yourself up for failure. So it made me think of the vegan plus bacon, but I just can't get behind that example of it because that just makes it unequivocally false. So,
Correct. That example is trash, but I also wanted to share something with you that I saw earlier. So one of my
yeah.
friends posted this, and she said, "I haven't purchased anymore, but it's a hurtful decision. Y'all still eating bacon?" So apparently, the World Health Organization has classified processed meats, including ham, bacon, salami, and frankfurts, also known as hot dogs, as Group 1 carcinogens, which
Oh,
means that there's strong evidence that processed meats cause cancer. Eating processed meat increases your risk of bowel and stomach cancer. And so then there's a graphic here, and it says, Group 1 carcinogenic to humans, sufficient evidence in humans, causal relationships established, smoking, exposure to solar radiation, alcoholic beverages, and processed meats such as bacon.
I don't doubt it. I mean, how long have they been telling pregnant women not to eat deli meat because the processed meat is not good for the baby? And so it's like girl, this food ain't food.
So, but my question though is, knowing that, do we still eat the bacon? Because one of the things that for me, and this is not about bacon, but
Uh-huh.
in this menopausal, post-perimenopausal space, first, hold on, let me say this first.
Second of all, and first of
Did
all.
you know that the symptoms don't stop,
Oh, like ever?
like ever?
Huh. I did not know that.
Like this
I
is
thought
the
it
new
was like
normal.
perimenopause, and then you hit menopause, and
And
those
now
symptoms take
better.
over, and then like the first trimester to second trimester, like the morning sickness eventually goes away. No, it's forever and
No,
ever. Hmm.
not really, is what
Interesting.
the informal research is telling us by the accounts of women who have
Gone through and
experienced
are
their
surviving.
menopausal
Jesus.
exit, if you will.
Wow.
Wild, right? But in that, it's these armpits
Not these armpits. What your armpits doing, child?
acting like a fucking adolescent boy. Like
Really?
what is the deal? And so
Go ahead.
I have been trying to detox my body,
Uh-huh.
right? And
Right.
not have all of these foreign chemicals inside my body. So a part of that is, what type of deodorant am I going to
Mhm.
use? Because I don't want to use the deodorant with all the chemicals. I want to be able to use deodorant that is not slowly giving me cancer by the armpit, right? But also, this is a lot. So I said all of that to say, we be having the knowledge and understanding, but does that change anything? Because
Doesn't
people
change it.
steady be like, give me the
No.
aluminum
Give
and
me,
give me
girl.
all the things because I don't want to be smelling like no adolescent boy.
I
But
was in Walgreens on St. Bernard, first off. First, and I walk in and there's a guy. First off, the shelves are empty. Like there's like nothing. Like that little island that has like sugar scrubs and like some of the little perfumey, smelly body splashes or whatever, like empty, like literally empty. Then everything else was behind the glass. Like press the button, call somebody to get some help, right?
Wow.
So I'm standing in front of like the travel stuff, and then I just notice him as an older guy with a backpack, like walks behind me, and then he goes, "Well, they got their stuff back." So I guess he was stealing, and they got their stuff back, so he was leaving. So I'm like, "Oh,
Oh.
this is why everything is locked up, right?" So anyway, I again, because I was traveling with basically a carry-on bag for me for a month, I needed to go buy deodorant. And so
Oh.
it's a little deodorant aisle. Everything's locked up. So I have time because I'm waiting on the person to come rescue my deodorant to figure out what deodorant I want. So I'm looking and I usually like a little coconut breeze from Secret, right? Because I don't have to use
Okay.
the prescription one anymore, which is very nice. And I used to have to. Anyway, so I see one and I'm like, oh, okay, that's the one I need. And then I saw that it said no aluminum. And I was like, ooh, I don't know. I feel like the aluminum is I
See.
want the aluminum. Girl, why was it on the bottom shelf? And it was like coconut kiss secret, right? So I was like, now what does it say that I'm getting bottom shelf deodorant? Like, is this a judgment? Like, is this
Not bottom shelf deodorant.
the bottom shelf, bitch? I was like, is this their way of telling me that I need to get the aluminum free deodorant? I was like, but I'm not. I'm getting the aluminum. Like, give it to me.
See, this what I mean.
Oh yeah, no, we're not making any better choices.
So I see here in the chat, Juanita said, I heard lime juice works
I
for
have
odor
heard that.
control. I
Lime
have
juice
heard
and
this
lemon
as
juice.
well.
Have you
I've
tried
heard
it?
this as well. I have me a fresh bag of limes that
Okay.
I just got. I actually have tried it in the past and it actually worked pretty well. I don't know
Okay.
what how it's gonna work with these new armpits.
These new pits.
You know,
See,
these
my
new
problem with
45
my
year old
pits is I
armpits.
usually don't shave them. So like I'll notice like that's when I'll finally make myself shave my armpits because I'm like, I ain't
Hmm.
worried about it. But even then I'm still like, give me the aluminum. Like I guess I just need to shave and then it'll work again. But
Yeah.
I can't be like, is that me? Is that onion soup me? That's
Well, I'm like taking a lot of showers and
yeah.
like, cause I found my jump rope.
Right,
So I've
right.
been jump roping, but definitely after that it's like, and not even jump roping for a long time. Like it's literally just like I get my little 100 jumps in and then it's like, all right, let me go refresh the
Let's go get in the
armpits. Like
shower.
it's really
Wow.
like a thing,
Interesting.
but
Oh, so you're with
yeah,
coconut oil.
it's it's a lot. So I'm in that process of figuring that out, but I'm also glad that I'm not eating processed meats and things
Right,
like that.
right.
So
Because
that's
it does
one less thing that
could
I
be
have to worry
combating
about. Correct, because I do know that that comes out,
out of your
in our
pores.
sweat and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Hmm.
And I really be off for shaving, like for real. And that is also when you're with yourself, child, you ain't got to worry about none of that because
I
who's
don't
looking at
if
me.
I'm not with
But
myself, you're welcome. Like you welcome that you were that close to know that I did not shave.
facts.
Girl, please.
Facts. But I really do be having to keep my armpits shaved because the
Oh,
hair definitely would just be like, girl, we're full on teenage boy at this point. Like there's no hope. So
interesting.
yeah, I've got to figure that out. And a lot of times it's only one armpit, which is something that is interesting
Hmm.
as well. And it's supposed to mean something if it's the right versus the left. This is the thing. I told these men folk on the Frolic and Truth, if they were
Uh-huh.
watching, I said, hey, let me tell y'all something. Y'all need to learn what be going on with our
Which body?
bodies because they be stressing us the hell out and
Facts.
be causing extra stress and things to come about because y'all be doing the most. And I really need the men folk to get educated about the things as women that we deal with and process like every month so gracefully.
You know?
because we really could
Just crash the
act
D
so
out.
different.
Shut it down.
Oh, we could
Shut it
act
down.
so different. But the way that we are able to maintain our calm and composure and not lose our whole shit, stop stressing us out. That's the
Girl,
take home message. Cut it out
that's
because I'm
wild.
trying to figure out how to get my armpits together and y'all out here on some stupid shit.
Just making it
Okay?
all worse.
Just making it worse,
That
you
might be
know.
asking a lot though, because they don't know what's going on with them, child.
I know it, and this I know, and this is what I know, and this is what I know, and that's why I'm also stay over there, okay? Because now I need a full blood workup. We was already getting the blood workup, but now I need a full panel of
A
all of your
full panel.
numbers, where
Right.
your triglycerides
Yes,
at,
where's your
what is
cholesterol? You do
what
not
is
have
happening?
B5s, sir. That is a
What
fatty
is
deposit
happening?
in your.
Don't come. I don't want none of that over here in my system that I done worked so hard to stabilize. Okay, keep that
Child.
over there. Let my pH stay intact. You understand? Appreciate
Ooh-wee.
y'all. Okay, appreciate
Ooh-wee.
y'all. So anyway, let's go ahead on and do our Ask an Auntie. And Ask an Auntie is the segment of the show where you all write in to us and talk to us about the things that are happening in your lives. And you are able to write to us anonymously, sharing the information and but giving us some like demographic information and all that kind of stuff so that we understand the context of the things that are happening. Okay, but you can submit your Ask an Auntie submissions by going to tinyurl.com/ask an auntie. All right, that's how
That's
you can
it.
make your submissions. Okay, so we have an Ask an Auntie for today. And those of you who are watching with us here live in the chat, you are able to also share
Ooh,
your
you're too
thoughts
soft.
and advice and your 2 cents, if you will, so
Dos
that
solo.
our writer gets the info that they need. Okay, we ready?
Amen. Y'all ready? You reading or I'm
Yes,
reading?
ma'am.
All right.
You can read it,
Okay.
or you want me to read it?
Let's see. I am clicking it. Here we are. Am I picking the scab? Dear Auntie, I need help with something that feels small on the surface but isn't. This isn't about cutting someone off. This is about someone who's still in my life. We share family space, see each other regularly, even work together sometimes. We've decided to keep the relationship. At some point, they hurt me. Not a misunderstanding, a real hurt. We talked about it, they apologized. Since then, they've been trying. I can see effort, I can see growth. They're not the same person they were in that moment, but I'm not either. I've forgiven them, at least I think I have. I'm not angry all the time. I'm not throwing the past at them, but I've changed how I move. I'm more careful. I hold back a little. I don't fully lean in the way I used to. But here's the part I'm wrestling with. Am I protecting myself or am I quietly punishing? I don't want to discount the growth they've shown. I also don't want to pretend nothing happened. There's a thin line between having boundaries and building emotional walls you never intend to take down. How do you forgive someone who's still in your life without keeping them on permanent probation? And how do you know when you're being wise versus when you're still operating from the wound? Signed, trying to move forward without being fake.
That's good. Okay. Trying to move forward without being fake.
Mm,
Um, so there were a few thoughts that I had in there. I think so boundaries versus walls is kind of
mhm,
what bubbled up first.
uh-huh,
There's definitely a difference, and I think that when we're thinking about boundaries, boundaries are like doors. We can still open them. They have locks on
mhm,
them, but we can open them, right?
right.
So, but also our boundaries govern the way that we're going to show up within a relationship, not
Mhm,
really about how other people are going to show up. So, That's the first thing. Walls are unhealthy because they don't allow people to come or go. And
Right.
they really block us from being able to engage with others. So they're very limiting. So I think it is wise and okay to be cautious with interacting with someone who has caused harm.
Hmm.
I think it is both wise and okay to do that. Um, the question for me becomes what needs to be seen in order to feel safe engaging again, and or what needs to be seen in order to not, like, what are the actionables, if you will,
Hmm.
that need to happen in order to get the definitive answer of what that looks like. I definitely feel not wanting to feel like you're keeping somebody on probation. Like, I definitely get that. In the same token, though, people earn access. And
Hmm.
so if they have not earned access, then they may stay on that level. And so then you have to ask yourself, are you okay with somebody that I use an analogy just to make this a little bit plainer. So when I talk about boundaries, I use analogies like there are people that you just wave to from across the street. It's people that you might talk to on the same side of the street. It's people that you might invite into the yard. It's people you might invite onto the porch. It's people you might invite into the living room. It's people that get invited into the bedroom. So if somebody was previously in my bedroom or living room, now them being waving from across the street might feel
Hmm.
awkward, or insert word here. I think you have to ask yourself if you're okay with that. And if you're not okay with that, is this a relationship that you actually value or and
Hmm.
want to keep around, or is this a relationship that you need to go ahead on and allow it to be what it was, thank it for what it was, and then keep moving on? So I think that's a personal question of where someone is in life about what they're looking for. Like right now, for myself, I'm not looking for casual relationships with people.
Hmm.
I don't want to be with in
Right.
casual anything.
Right.
Friendship, business, partnership, I don't need
Right.
that. I want relationships with people that have depth, where I'm able to be myself in those spaces. So because of
Hmm.
that, that means people who don't fit into that framework are not invited into this part of my life. And I'm all right with that because
Yeah.
I know that these are the type of relationships that I want. So what I would say to the writer of the letter is you have to decide what type of relationships that you want in your life and what space that you have for relationships in your life. And if this relationship is worth being restored, then what does that look like? What does that person
Hmm.
need to do and show in order for it to be restored? And if they don't do that, then what are you going to do about how you're going to interact in this situation? Those are my initial thoughts.
Well, I think that is phenomenal. Yes, 100%. Especially with the boundaries and the walls, because I am a protect yourself girly. And I have to be mindful of, okay, am I building walls? Like, am I like hiding myself away instead of either having the tough conversation or making the decision to say, hey, you don't have to have a wall. You can just get rid of this relationship that makes you feel like you need to
You
have
need to
this in
have
order
one.
and to interact in order to interact with them. So I definitely think it's important to analyze the relationship and what that looks like for you, what you want get out of, want to participate in, like, does it drain your energy, does it build you up, like how does that relationship make you feel as a whole. If you're seeing value in it and you've decided to continue, in exchanging energy with this person, then part of that does become a choice of, okay, if I'm choosing to give you this grace and this access, as scary and frightening as that may feel, then you do have to decide if you're letting that happen, and understanding that that comes with the potential of being hurt again. And the hard part is
Mm-hmm.
looking at the behaviors that are there, because it's very easy to operate from this feels familiar, and for myself and for you that really do pick up um, the pattern recognition of
Mm-hmm.
like,
Mm-hmm.
this
Mm-hmm.
feels
Mm-hmm.
familiar, shut that shit down. No, thank you, been here before. Um,
Expeditiously.
of like investigating that and seeing, okay, is that what's happening here? Or is there a piece of that that feels familiar? And being able to address that with them of like, hey, I know where we've been and I want to give you the benefit of the doubt. I value you in this relationship. When you do XYZ, it is a call to past behaviors that make it very difficult for me to operate without the walls because I can't control you, but I can control me and I can control your
Mm-hmm.
access.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I do think it's very important because it's a line to walk, and you're thinking I have to protect myself, and I've seen you do this before, and when you've done that, this happens. But
Mm-hmm.
maybe that's not the case anymore, and maybe if there is that grace given, you allow that person to surprise you, and
Mm-hmm.
you also realize that what they do and if they do hurt you, that's about them, that's not about you, that's not saying something about you or a lack in you, that is a them problem, and you can operate from that point and that information that you do have that is real and is current to make your decisions about the boundaries going forward for yourself with them. So I definitely say give yourself some grace. It is a scary place to open yourself and be that vulnerable and say, like, hey, I want to give this person a chance. I want to keep them in my life. But you do have to protect yourself, but if you're making that decision, you also have to give them a chance to fix it. You have to give them a chance to be better, you know.
And I was going to add that because those last two questions, how do you forgive someone who's still in your life without keeping them on permanent probation? And how do you know when you're being wise versus when you're still operating from the wound? Forgiveness is a decision,
Mhm.
right? Forgiveness is a decision. Healing is a process now.
Right.
So a lot of times, I explain this like the decision to forgive. If you have a broken bone, that would be like my bone is broken. I need to put on this cast. The
Mhm.
cast is inside the cast, the healing takes place. So I do have to protect myself during this time where this bone is healing, where this injury is being repaired
Mhm.
because harm has happened. But the idea is that I get this cast off and now I'm able to re-enter the world, but
Right.
also I can't forget the fact that I just got this cast off of here, right?
Right.
So I can make a decision to forgive someone, but still need to have certain parameters in place. But to Kalanda's point, is if I'm saying that I'm forgiving someone or that someone is forgiven, then I need to allow them to be able to show up in the humanity of who they are because people are still people.
Right.
And all of us are going to disappoint somebody, hurt somebody at some point, say something we didn't mean, something we're going to need to apologize for. So if I'm making a decision to forgive you and allow you to continue in my life and allow us to repair this relationship, that also means that I have to allow you to do that imperfectly. I can't
Mhm.
then be like, you got, one more time and that's
Right.
a wrap. You know what I mean? Like, especially if there are markers along the way to be able to track progress. And you mentioned in the letter that you're seeing like progress. So we
Yes.
can't then become impatient and like, you need to do this by this time, if I'm saying that I'm going to forgive somebody and then operating from the wound, if you are, and this is like the introspective questions, because if you are still operating from a place of fear in this relationship, that's what needs to be dealt with, because
Right.
that means there's not a foundation of safety.
Safety. Yep.
So if I'm operating from a place of, I feel like you're going to hurt me, I feel like, I can't show up as my full self, is it worth it for you to continue muting yourself in a situation that may not have ever been safe? Is there a more intentional conversation that you need to be having about what safety looks like? And again, this is the work for us as the people who are figuring out what safe people look like and what safe behaviors look like. You need to be able to answer that. I need to see this, like, so I'll use an example for myself. I need to see that someone is actively wanting to be a part of my life. That means that they are showing up in different spaces, virtual spaces, or we are having communications at different points. Like, I need to see there being some type of reciprocity, if you will, right? Correct, right? So that's something for me that I need. Everybody doesn't need that. Some people are like, child, if I talk to you once a year, girl, that's good. And I'm great with that. That's not what I'm looking for. That doesn't feel safe to me, right? So you have to define what safety looks like and feels like for you in relationships so that you're able to determine, am I able to operate from this grounded place with this person? And if I'm not, are they worth it? Is this relationship worth it to build that? Or again, is this an off ramp for us to just be like, all right, well, we got
This
those
was nice.
experiences
This
and
was
this
good.
was great,
We'll
or
always
it
have these
happened.
memories.
And we go ahead and go about our separate ways. I also don't believe that you got to be enemies with somebody just because there was, even if there was hurt, harm, or disappointment. I don't believe that we have to like blow everything up. So whatever that looks like to you in honoring yourself in that, but I think there's a lot of self questions that need to be answered prior to then extending it outwardly to say, and this is what I expect from you, person. So yeah.
Love it. Well, thank you for writing in. If there's anything that you would like to add in the chat for our dear reader, our dear listener, by all means, feel free to put that in so they have access to that. And if there are any updates from our reader or listener, I don't know, because I'm thinking Bridgerton, then feel free, please update us. Let us know if you have any further questions or clarification. I know it seemed like you kept it pretty, pretty clear, pretty even. If there's any additional context that we needed to give you some fuller advice, but I think that Kim really nailed it on that one too. Thank you.
So if, again, you all have a situation that you want to share with us, please go to tinyurl.com/ask-an-auntie so that you are able to share. And again, if you're watching this in the replay, feel free to add your 2 cents into the comments for the reader and for the writer. Here I go being you. For the author of the letter. I know.
I'm like, that's not what I wanted.
That is hilarious. But yeah, feel free to chime in on this letter or any other letter if you go back. When you go back and watch previous episodes, please do always chime in. Having said that, we are about to get out of here in a second, but I want to remind you all that one of the things we need you to do to help us out with the algorithm is once we immediately get off of here, if you all will go back into the comments and leave us a comment. That comment can be as simple as leaving honeypots in the comments, or you can comment on something else that we said, but that helps to continue pushing us out into the algorithm so that the people who are looking for some good entertainment, conversation, and healing are able to find us. Okay, so speaking of finding, where can the people find you?
But people can find me on Instagram at Kawanabear, Kawanabear. You can also find me on TikTok sometimes at Content Kalanda, Kalonda. You can find me on Facebook if you're over there. I'm Kalonda Jackson. That's me. And you can always find me with Visionary Executive Network, which is my website to help businesses create systems that they don't want to hide from and turn their dreams to done. So you can find that at www.visionaryenetwork.com.
Excellent. And we are going to play Kalanda's commercial in just a second as we are getting out of here. You all can find me at KimberlynJackson.com. I just updated my name, child. I forgot all this time. But on Instagram, I'm at Kimberlyn J. On TikTok, every now and then, at Kimberlyn J. But Kimberlyn Jackson, that's where you're able to find me, KimberlynJackson.com. And if you go to dyd25.com, you'll be able to get more information about Discover Your Destiny, getting connected to that. And yeah, that's it. That's all. Anything else that you want to say before I take us out of here and reminding the people about Visionary Executive Network?
Assassins 11 are just currently sitting in my spirit. I just want you to know. But I hope you thoroughly enjoy the rest of your birthday month. But first was Assassins 11. Woo!
I'm glad that that joke landed. I cannot take credit for it. It was someone in the chat during the here's the thing during the
Girl,
podcast that I got that from. But I felt like I just threw it in there right at the right time. So
perfect.
shout out.
Perfect.
Shout out to comedic timing. So we gonna get out of here, y'all. Again,
Yes.
we're gonna leave you with Kalanda's commercial. Please connect with her over at visionaryenetwork.com. Okay, bye, y'all.
Okay, be honest. Are you the CEO and the assistant and the person who fixes the Wi-Fi and remembers everyone's birthdays? Yeah, that's a full-time job, times 4. I'm Kalonda Jackson, Chief Visionary Officer of Visionary Executive Network. And I help people like you stop doing everything and start building businesses that don't run on chaos and caffeine. Your ideas, they're brilliant. Your systems, they might be a bit rough. Your team, they mean well, bless their hearts. But you deserve more support than vibes and AI prompt responses. And then we take all that stuff in your head and turn it into strategy, structure, and real support. I'm talking SOPs, team clarity, peace of mind, and your weekends back, at least some of them. So if you're tired of doing the most with the least, book the call, because burnout is not a business model. Let's build something wildly joyful by letting Vin take you from dream to done.
All right, y'all.
all right.
We'll see y'all in 2 weeks. We'll be back on Sunday again. So it'll be March 1st. All right, March 1st.